Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. Also, if you need any help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I wanted to remind you guys one of the fundamentals of manifesting, of conscious manifesting, and I'm going to remind you of something that Neville very aptly said, that if you persist in your assumption, if you persist in shifting your state towards who you want to be, towards what you want to have, it is going to manifest. It has no choice but to manifest. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. As Neville said very, very aptly, an assumption, even though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Let that sink in, guys. An assumption, even if it's false, even if it's not true right now, is going to harden into fact. It's going to become a fact. It's going to manifest in the 3D if you persist in it. And those of you who have been following my channel know that I don't just stick to techniques. As I've told you guys, all techniques work depending on what resonates with each one of you. So it's not that persisting in the technique, it's going beyond the technique. The technique helps you get into the state. It's persisting into the state. It's persisting into assuming the identity of the person who already has what you want to have. The identity of the person who already is who you want to be. You can do that through any technique. If you're very advanced, you may not even need the techniques. You might just be able to move straight into the assumptions and just decide and just command it in a way. And then what you do to persist in the assumption is that you're assuming who you want to be. You're assuming the identity, you're assuming the thinking, the feelings, the assumptions, the beliefs, the attitude of the person you want to be. You want to be with your specific person, you want your ex back, for example, you assume the identity of the person who is back together with their specific person, who is in a loving, committed, exclusive relationship with their specific person. You want to be rich, you want to manifest a bunch of money, you want to be a millionaire, then you start embodying the identity of that person. Their thinking, their feelings, their assumptions, their beliefs, their attitude, how they carry themselves, all these kinds of things. You persist in that and you shut out the 3D. Remember again what Neville said, even though false, even if it's not true right now in the 3D, the assumption is going to harden into fact once you persist in it. So don't pay any attention to the fact that the 3D might not be showing it to you right now. Don't pay any attention to the fact that it might not be quote unquote true in the 3D right now. I say quote unquote because we know that that reality already exists in the quantum field. We know that there are multiple parallel realities, infinite parallel realities. You know that if you choose that reality, it already exists. So you're not creating anything from scratch. However, the 3D might not be showing it to you yet. Don't be fooled by that. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into the illusion of looking at what the 3D is showing right now. Even if it's not true in the 3D right now, it's going to become true, it's going to materialize, it's going to manifest once you persist in it for an amount of time. And that amount of time can be really fast. It can be, in some cases, just minutes or hours or days. In some other cases, it might take a few weeks, it might take a few months. But eventually, sooner or later, if persisted in, the assumption is going to harden into fact. It's going to materialize in the 3D. It's going to show itself in the 3D for you, for your reality, and you are going to be able to experience it with your senses. And the simple reason why you can know and be confident and be certain that this is true is because you know how the law works. You know that the 3D is a mirror of all the dominant states, all the dominant realities that you're holding within you. All the dominant stories, all the dominant assumptions, perceptions, beliefs, thoughts, feelings, meanings that you attach to things, conclusions about any situation that's going on in your life. So once you shift to assuming the identity that you want, once you shift to assuming the reality that you want, and dwell in that, in imagination, the 3D has no choice but to catch up. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up. It has no choice because that is law. That is the law of the universe. That is how the world works. That is how the universe works. The 3D is just a mirror of what you're holding within. So it goes without saying, once you change what you're holding within, the 3D is then going to follow suit. It's going to change. It's going to shift to reflect your new reality. So again, always remember, guys, what Neville said. It's a very, very important, very short quote, but very important quote. An assumption, even though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. So you want to persist in your assumption, you want to persist in who you want to be, in who you see yourself as, in what you want to have, what you want to experience in the 3D. And you can rest assured, you can have the confidence, you can go about your life knowing that it's going to manifest, it's going to harden into fact. There is no other choice, there is no other way, there is no other option. It has to manifest. So believe it, be confident about it, be assured and reassured about it. Go live your best life. Know it's coming. Just persist in that identity. Persist in being that person. Embody that person. And it's going to come. It's going to come so naturally, so smoothly, so easily and effortlessly, you won't even believe it, because it will be matching your new identity that you have assumed. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.